interest defence. This was removed from the '89 Act, and what was put in place is what the lawyers call a clear, bright line against disclosure, which means that if you are a former or serving intelligence officer, you automatically break the law if you talk about your work to anyone outside the agency for which you work. However, at the same time, in 1989, they set up the Security Service Act to regulate the work of MI5 to a more democratic degree. And then in 1994, MI6, the International Intelligence Gathering Agency, and our listening post at GCHQ were also put on a legal footing with the 1994 Intelligence Services Act. And this act was key as well because for the very first time, it set in place a committee in Parliament which was supposedly to have some sort of notional oversight of the work of the intelligence agencies. However, until this year, that committee, the Intelligence and Security Committee, has been toothless because it was only able to investigate policy, finance and administration. And as other scandals have unfolded in the last 20 years, they were unable to call for witnesses from the intelligence agencies, subpoena them, demand access to documents, or to investigate allegations of crime. So that's the current framework in the UK. And it's ironic, I find it somewhat ironic to be discussing the UK now, as of course they are very much the partners in crime, apparently, looking at the current NSA revelations from Edward Snowden. So I worked for MI5 in the 1990s. And this is why it was crucial to have all these new laws put in place when I joined, because it was probably the most ethical era of MI5's 100-year existence. Suddenly they're on a legal footing for the first time, and this is before the tragic events of 9/11, when the intelligence gloves came off. And yet, despite that, I and my former partner, a man called David